In the spring of 1907, two Bermudian teenagers, Carl Gibbons and his friend Edgar Hollis, are playing a game of the island's favorite sport, cricket. Edgar tosses a pitch a bit too high, and naturally, Carl runs after it. Rather than recovering the ball, however, Carl notices a curious thing, a small hole emitting warm air from somewhere below. Intrigued, the boys dig away at the earth and discover a subterranean marvel, now known as Crystal Cave.
Instead of these boys being normal and coming back out the cave, they wanted to be even crazier and go farther down. So they went farther down, reaching this water. They would have swam in that water in darkness for 3 hours. They wasn't even looking for a way back out the cave because they were only determined to find that cricket ball. When they couldn't find their ball, they had to climb 130 feet back out the cave, and once they get back out the cave, they run back home. They tell their parents of their discovery, and then the next day the boys' crazy fathers decide to lower themselves down. So now as their fathers come down the next day, they start to explore the cave to find out that this cave here goes underneath his neighbor's house. His neighbors were my family.
Oh, wow.
I wish.
Oh, okay.
His neighbors really were the Wilkinson family, and the Wilkinson family are a very wealthy family that own the Fantasy Cave today, the Crystal Cave today, and everything else in Bermuda today. So what they did was they brought the land from the boys and their family. They gave them even more land over in Harlem, which is another area in the Bay of Spain. All of this took place in 1908, and then in 1909, the cave will open to the public. There were 165 wooden steps. They started up at the original hole. They were spiraled all the way down to make down the area that we're on now. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys to create a little pathway to the top right here. Got
a lot of people on their tour. Another group of tourists. What do you think, sister?
Loving it. Interesting. Very interesting. What the what?
He's trying to.
Well, with my tours, we actually do ours in the darkness. I'll give you guys flashlights as well.
Oh, okay.
But they don't work though.
Right, he's full of jokes.
I'll be the first one out.
No joking. So again, the spiral wooden cake, they would have spiraled all the way down to a dark night area we're on now. So then the first visitors used to come down here, there wasn't a pontoon bridge, and nor was there a tour guide. Everything was actually done in a rowboat by yourself. And the reason why they stopped the boat tours in 1928 was because the early visitors were coming down here and breaking off the formations.
Oh.
So today inside this cave, we're going to walk on this pontoon bridge that floats on the top of the ocean water. Now, this cave here, this is the limestone cave. Limestone is the rock that makes up the 21 square miles of Bermuda. It also carries a lot of minerals. So whenever it rains outside, the rainwater will seep through the ground, leaving its calcite deposits on the cave ceiling, making formations grow down. The formations that come down from the ceiling are called stalactites.
Oh, okay, all right.
And as we walk throughout the cave, we're going to see a lot of stalactites that don't have tips. These stalactites will not have tips anytime soon because they grow at 1 cubic inch every 100
Wow.
years. You got that?
Wow.
When we get in the middle of the bridge, what do you call the formations that come up from the ground? Stalagmite? Yeah? We're gonna see two stalagmites. I heard her say it up there, so
Right.
we're gonna see two stalagmites that are underwater, even at low tide. Does anybody in here know or even have an idea how a stalagmite form?
She does. She has a
She got the answer.
drips.
Drips coming down.
Oh, I don't know. It's my first day, that's why I thought she was gonna help me out again. So, what my good friend is saying here, correct me if I'm wrong now. The stalagmite to grow is a drip, drip, drip from the ceiling hitting the ground. Over time, building up, making the stalagmite. But if that's the case, these stalagmites have to prove the cave was dry. Because it can't form if there's water inside this cave. Or it has to prove that my good friend here is wrong. And I can tell you guys a known fact, please get this on camera.
It's on camera.
That
Got
my
you.
good friend right here, high five, he's never wrong. I'm sorry. I got your back right over. Therefore, these stalagmites here prove that 18,000 years ago during the last ice age period, this cave was dry. Because the only way for them to grow today is that the sea level would have to drop. So that the top of these stalagmites they come above the sea level in order for them to continue to grow on today. That makes sense?
Makes
You
sense.
guys? Yeah? I'm got a question for my good friend here, and the Indian that can save right now is the Yankees hat. But I'll be happy to save you. I got permission from your wife as well that if you get I'm Yankees. The best team in the world. I think there's a Yankees. You like the rat? I have a question here for my good friend.
Oakland A's.
I got permission from his wife that if
Giants.
he gets the question wrong, I can throw him in. Are you nervous? No. No, okay, I am.
I can
The question is, do you think that it's salt water or fresh water?
I would say so.
I'm gonna say salt water.
I say fresh water.
You say fresh water. What do you think it is? Salt water or fresh water? You're not sure? What do you think it is? Fresh water? What about my good friends over here? You think fresh water as well? What you guys think over here?
I was thinking salt.
You think
She
it's
said
salt?
fresh.
You say fresh. Can I tell you a fun fact?
Brackish.
Breakfast?
Brackish.
Brackish.
What's breakfast?
Isn't that salt water and fresh water mixed together?
She's playing it safe. She's smart.
Right?
Can I tell you
Like
guys a
oil
fun
and water
fact?
don't mix.
Can I tell you a fun fact?
Yes.
Did you know there is actually no fresh water?
Right.
Bermuda?
In Bermuda. Salt.
What are we drinking?
Rainwater.
Rain,
So
rain.
it's gonna be rainwater.
Yeah, you go to the museum.
Which is why our rules is on the video to collect the rainwater. It's also part of the reason why you guys are here today. No fresh water equals very little mosquitoes equals very little Zika. So that said, the salt water now is coming in from the Castle Harbor.
Yeah, that's salt.
The Castle Harbor is the body of water that surrounds the Bermuda International Airport. There's an underwater half-a-mile tunnel that connects this cave to the harbor. That tunnel is so tight, my friend, that as divers, when we swim through, we have to push our tents through first. Take them off and push them through. And then we have to pull our way through. That's how tight this tunnel is. The tunnel is so tight that we don't even experience the full tides inside this cave here. It's an hour and a half delay in the tides. So when it's going high tide outside, it's going low tide inside the cave. The water temperature, 70 degrees Fahrenheit or around 21 Celsius. With the tides going up and down twice a day between 2 and 3 feet. Which is why we're going to point two bridges there so it can rise and fall with the tides. And finally, the deepest point inside this cave here that we can see will drop down to 55 feet deep. The cave goes down even deeper than 55 feet deep. So I'm going to ask my good friend right here now. How deep do you think the deepest point can drop down to? So we know it already goes down deeper than 55.
About
200.
Wow.
Is that your final guess?
Final answer.
Would you like to call a friend?
A life. Call your lifeline. Will it?
Well, we were setting right here. You're actually halfway there. It's going to drop to 400.
400. Oh, okay.
530 from the surface. And there's another cave on the water. That divers have been down several times for scientific studies. My friend that is always correct said that for a stalagmite to grow, that the dripping from the ceiling must hit the ground to go up. Divers have found stalagmites at 400 feet deep.
Oh, wow.
And if you think that's a wow, check this out. The stalagmites they have found are 400 feet deep, stand at over 95 feet tall.
Ooh.
That's a wow. Because now these stalagmites just prove this cave was dry, but it also proves how long it had to be dry before the water came inside. Because don't forget, it only grew at 1 cubic inch every 100 years. That's not bad. Yeah. Are there any questions here? Okay, so now I'm going to welcome the bridge here. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll be honored to answer any questions for you. Okay?
All right.
Start our journey.
Come on. This is where I want to film my video. So it might be a chance for me to do it. And you can't touch these formations because the oil on our hands will stagnate the growth. So you can't touch it. You'll get a fine. They'll fine you if you touch them, if they see you touching them. Look at that. Beautiful. I wish I could Facebook Live this.
The smaller ones you can, but they're so small you hard to find to see them in there. If you really look carefully and look for shadows,
Look at that.
we'll get it.
Look at that. Yep. Those are called stalagmites.
Yes, as we come
And
up
the
here-
water coming up
Excuse
from
me?
the water.
In the middle of the bridge, and the watermelon light is shining, you'll see the first stalagmite here to prove this cave was dry. We call this the lighthouse. The lighthouse stands at 14 feet tall and 25 feet of water. The second one we call the castle,
Oh yeah. Those look like a cat.
at 30 feet tall and 55 feet of water. I can go down and stand on top of either one and wave and I'll still be underwater.
Really?
Behind the lighthouse, you'll notice there's a ledge. And the water gets dark back there. You guys see that?
Yeah.
From this ledge, the water starts to drop to 400 feet deep.
Wow.
It is the access point the divers will use to access the cave underwater.
So that it actually looks small when you jump in there. It's
It's totally different.
right. Wow. So those look small, but those are really deep. Look at that. Walking around in the crystal. Wow. Beautiful. Where? What did you say? Where? Underneath? Oh yeah.
These two are about to touch.
Another 400 to 500 feet.
Another guy.
See say the more rum you drink, the younger you get. So
So those two almost touching
each
will
other.
take them 500 to 400 years to touch.
It's cold in here, so
now most caves are actually cooler than peak winters in Bermuda, 52, 54. Winters are even pretty lucky.
You take the pictures and let me do the video. So we'll have pictures and video.
And the other color, yeah, you might see some like orangey, reddish ones. Where you get the pure white, like all over here, that means there's pure limestone in the minerals at all. Where you get like the green is definitely unnatural. That is algae from the unnatural light.
Oh, that's
Which why we
algae.
try to keep the lights off as much as possible. You got some black over here, which that's manganese outside. And the orangey brown, you'll see a lot of the tunnel coming down here. That is Bermuda clay, also known as iron oxide. So it all depends on the location of the information of what's going to come through.
So what's the, like, it looks like water's about to drip. What is that really?
That's rainwater.
Water.
It's rainwater.
That's what actually helps to form the formations. There's also that's that the cave is still forming. The day we come down here and these formations aren't dripping, it's dead. The cave can't grow anymore. That's the water drips down and leaves this calcium deposits behind. If there's a drip right here,
Yeah.
that drip's been there for about a couple months now. Eventually that will harden up.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
And then it drips into the water, but the water's still salt water.
Yeah, the water just
Not brackish.
yeah.
Maybe
That's a
do
word. I think
It
you're
is.
right.
That drip.
It actually is brackish water.
Why do people fall in?
It is brackish. Because your first 5 inches comes from the sea ocean rainwater system.
Has anybody ever dropped a salt in there?
All the time.
Wow.
Since this new year, we had 6 phones dropped in here. I know you guys gonna chop my head off, especially the females, because all 6 phones were dropped by females.
Well, mine won't be.
We're taking the pictures.
Yeah, that's what it is. That is a very good question. That
What was the question?
really annoys me a lot every time I look at it. Why there are pennies and coins in here?
Oh.
It's something we definitely don't allow. Summertime, I'm averaging 800 to 1200 a day. I have 80 people on one tour. I can't control what's going on in the back of my tour. And that's when the stuff like this happens. This time here
can
we
see
are
it.
hiring summer students to sit in the back of our tour.
Oh, yeah.
Because they connected to PhD and stuff with the water, so it's really. Okay, are you guys up for some fun?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Are you positive?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I need my.
So if they had a cell phone lights and get the real darkness, as soon as we hide those lights, I'll meet you guys at the top.
I got a flashlight on my
Uh-oh.
The boys, when they came down, they would have had about this much light or even less.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh my God.
They wouldn't have made it back this far, but it gives you an idea what they would have been through. It also helps to explain why they couldn't find their ball.
Right.
You put your head, you look up in the water where light is shining, you see the New York skyline upside down. From the New York skyline, we have the Statue of Liberty. From the Statue of Liberty, we have the
Oh, yeah,
Starship
sure.
Enterprise. From the Starship Enterprise, there is a snake's mouth. From the snake's mouth, we have a crocodile pit. From the crocodile
yeah.
pit, we have the female cave dragon.
Oh, yeah.
From the female
Well, I don't see
dragon,
that.
we have the male dragon.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
And then we have the baby dragon. Aww. So
Oh.
now you guys know bored, I guess. This right here is what they call the romantic settings inside the cave. Ooh la la. Those who want to take a picture right now, feel free. iPhones and Android just take some amazing pictures right now.
Stop and take pictures.